We also have the picture at 12:15, which we don't have here right now. But yeah, this one. So we have this one. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue with the testimony. Pah, nothing more is more pitiful than a lawyer doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. Yeah, the music is amazing. They have really outdone themselves. And the music just in general with this game, except for one instance which I absolutely loathe, it's good. And I will be sure to tell you all when I loathe it. I wouldn't if there was any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like, but I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at high volume? Yeah. What's the big problem? I should put my phone away. Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem is here. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard a gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway. What he means is when he heard a sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Okay, so... this one... no. This one. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What could possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said to us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if you don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard that gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard a gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this really sexy voice. Maybe Karma was right. I'm not sure how that's helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there's one weak leaving ray of hope in there. I'm gonna press it. Okay, so... this one. And we have... I think... so we know exactly which one. So he heard this shot. This is the shot he heard. This is the shots the others heard. So, but I'm not sure if we should present this or this. Actually, I don't think this has been submitted to the court record technically. So we're just I'm gonna present this one. Because this is the one that court knows about. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct. Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. If you try to scare me, you better know that I don't scare that easily. There's something the matter, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, do you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard that gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas, it means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. I mean, all of you can just contribute. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 0050. That 15 minutes after midnight on the Christmas day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard a shot before midnight? Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. Hey, heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence that there was a gunshot before midnight. There we go. That's this one. His karma is dismissed from the court. Look at this photograph. This was taken by a witness yesterday. Miss Lotta's Hearts with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Ooh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is showing in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah, correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified she had heard a gunshot after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera was also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two series of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. But that's no mine now because we have 3 shots from the pistol. This one was fired 3 times. So Larry has the 1 shot and Lotta and the other witness has the other 2. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set off to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my noise was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there is no turning back now. Can you prove that this loud noise at 11 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court any evidence if you have any. 3 times. Boom. This is my evidence. The murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That third shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would seem to make a lot of sense with the evidence we have seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what didn't happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were two sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50 and another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why? I ask you why. I'll better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! Nick, what's wrong? I have it! I have it! Huh? You remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Well, yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If we don't figure out this now, we'll never be able to overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We're already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if anything I say sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Yeah, this is the best thing about Phoenix, because he just rolls with it and rolls with the punches as best as he can and just makes stuff up on the spot. It is amazing. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you finally realize the truth? There can be no other murderer here than Mr. Edgeworth himself. Wrong one, Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness photograph. The defendant, Miles Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. We don't know that though, actually. We don't know that Robert Hammond was on the boat. We assume it's Robert Hammond. There was a gunshot fired on the boat, and Robert Hammond fell in the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be none other than the man on the boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15, but Larry said he heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. Judge.exe has experienced a fatal error. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain then who the men on the boat are. This is actually... So look at this. So there's only one conclusion this could be. Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth wouldn't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth doesn't know Hammond's face all that well. That is why he didn't suspect a thing when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. Oh, it is? Let me fix that. Oh dear. Oh my god! Yes! Oh my, yes! Okay, I'm gonna show you this afterwards. Kaimo, are you in chat right now? Because I absolutely love those two. Kaimo has made me two more emotes. And I just love them.
I need to see those.
But I need to yes, I will fix. But I'm gonna fix a server invite thing. I wonder why the thing has never. Let's have that never expire. No limit. Generate new link. Copy. Here we go. I thought I had set it to that though, but let's fix that. I think I can also. This is Nightbot, isn't it? It's Nightbot. Okay, I need to modify the thing. Okay, let me fix that real quick. To set that link. But yes, I will also show these wonderful emotes that Kaimo has given me. It is amazing, and I just love them. Okay, Kaimo's not in chat. There she is! Let's see, this one and this one. Oh, come on. Okay, I can't fix my the links right now. But let's show you all what she has made me again, if I can find the thing. That's this one. Look at this. This is one, and this is the other. I love it. I love it. Oh, oh, show them. These are brilliant. I need to add these. So are these the final versions, or are those drafts, Kaimo? I'm just wondering if I should.
Oh right, it's. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure what to make of all of this. But yes, I was gonna do like this again, and hopefully that. Mina, can you be like just if someone whenever the Nightbot thing does that, can you paste that thing? You think, ludicrous, Mr. Wright. Tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right. It's Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Ugh, again you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Yuri is love, Yuri is life.
That is true. What did we send this time?
No, it's just something TC said in chat. You should hang in my Twitch chat. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Why? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out to the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? Okay, so what you missed, Pix, I was accusing the boat guy, the boat shop owner, of murder. What? Well then, where did this murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Well, there's only one place where it could have taken place. Not out here, but it would have to be here. What? Eh? Oh, is it? Oh, yes. Oh, come on. Yeah, you're right, Bex. That's out of sync. Give me a second. Oh,
no.
come on.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second to fix that. Transform. Reset. Nope.
Confusing.
Stretch to screen. Nope. Why isn't this... Give me a more quick second here. It's so annoying when this happens. Come on. I have solved this one before. I am actually very confused right now.
Very confusing.
Wait, Ox is your... Is there a Yuri name pun here?
Huh? Having problems understanding.
No, that's Tenho. That her she goes by the handle Tenho. I'm also very confused now. Oh well, I'm gonna fix this transformation thing. Maybe I can... Nope, that didn't work. Reset transformation. Okay, give me a quick moment here to do... If I do like this first. I'm just going to fix this issue here. Let's fix the camera first.
What are you even doing?
I'm playing Phoenix Wright and I'm trying to fix my broken everything. It's so annoying like this. I'm gonna have to add this thing again. Game capture. Phoenix is already there. Temporarily. Kill it from here. Yes. Re-add the source. I'm using Streamlabs OBS. It's been a while since I had this particular issue. And I can't remember how to fix it. That explains everything. Let's see.
Mina told me to put some clothes on. Why? What did I do?
I fixed this. I have to fix this from time to time, but I never. Okay, let's see. Well, yeah, this is the strappy top. She's wearing a strappy top.
Admittedly, it's a no bra, but hey.
I mean, wait a minute. Here it is. Let's see. Tap, 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 tap. Nope. Why is this one doing like this? Force scaling. There we go. That's how we do it. I fix. Stupid thing. Fit the screen. There we go. Problem fixed. I hate when that happens. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night she was out on the lake in a boat. He was out in the lake on the boat searching for something. Don't recall the butts. He finds it and then returns the boat. Then, just as he is starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. Then, he heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he just had returned a boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night at Gurdy Lake? Gurd Lake, please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out. It's the Gerd Lake, yes. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. Yeah, words are hard. I'm going a bit fast. He shot twice. Both missed Mr. Edgeworth on purpose. Jeez. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would I shoot twice if it didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires it again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that, everything else falls into place. I would say shock, Mina. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and then threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that have transpired that night on Gerd Lake. Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Miss Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake on the midnight of Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I cannot say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I asked you to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He is not at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot let him get away. Mr. von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all of its resources, all of its forces, to find that witness. Don't question it. It's just Japan and Phoenix Wright. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker?